Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. As always, I'm excited to have you here. If you are a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me. So, let's talk. What are we going to talk about today? Today, I thought we should talk about how we can use our imagination to heal ourselves. This, for me, has been the greatest therapy in the process of healing myself. Okay? Now, there is nothing you cannot do completely on your own that you would do with a therapist, a counselor, a hypnotist person, whatever you want to call them, right? So, like, there's nothing hypnotherapy that, couldn't do for yourself that those places would do for you, right? Those professionals would do for you. Absolutely nothing. Now, what those type of professionals are doing is basically helping you, pushing you towards the door, but you must open the door yourself, okay? But if you are already seeking to heal, then you are already going towards the door. You just got to keep pushing a little so that you can get through it, okay? So here's how you can heal on your own without any assistance. You could do it in the comfort of your home. You can do it for as long as you want. And this type of therapy usually is where people literally break down in tears, right? Some people have such a hard time to push through that door. That's why they go to an hypnotist, right? And do hypnotherapy, right? But it's pretty much what you're doing without literally putting yourself under the hypnotherapy or being exposed, right? A lot of people feel some type of way when they are exposed in such a vulnerable place, right? Because when you're using your imagination to heal yourself, you will literally break down, okay? But through that breakdown, you're gonna see a light at the end of the tunnel. So, how do you use your imagination to then heal yourself? Okay, we know that we can manifest, right? Manifesting is not just the ideology of like thinking about it, believing it, and feeling it, but when you actually visualize what it is that you want. If you, I don't know, want to be financially free, literally visualizing yourself that you are financially free, like how you would feel, how you would live, how you would think, how you would behave. Now, when you visualize all of that and actually act upon it, be as though you are financially free, you shall be financially free. Okay, so healing is like that with your imagination. So now, if you have, let's get into it, right? I'm just going to give you like a little bit about how you can do this. But if, as always, if you want me to go into depth, please leave me a comment. Let me know. Let's talk about it. I do have a couple of clients that I am actually working with as far as healing themselves from traumas. So if you are interested, please let me know in a comment, okay? And I will definitely be happy to go into it with you in more depth. But for the basics and basis of it, for beginners, if you want to heal yourself, so like for example, there's a trauma that you remember that you want to heal yourself from. Probably happened in your childhood. Maybe it doesn't matter when it happened, okay? It can be as long as your childhood. Usually those are the ones that stick with us throughout our life and actually have a massive impact upon us, okay? Sometimes not even realizing it, right? Okay, so what you will do in that case is you want to sit somewhere quietly, or you want to lay in bed. When I was first beginning my hypnotherapy, and visualizing through healing through visualizing, I love to just like lay on my bed, right? Like just on my back, straight, laying down. Because you're really relaxed at that time, and your mind is really, when you are more relaxed, your mind do more visualizing, right? Like the visualization becomes more vivid, right? So you want to visualize yourself as that little child. If it happens when you're 5, 10, whatever age, visualize yourself as though you are that age, right? Visualize that whole scenario. Close your eyes and first just see what's going on, okay? Try to remember as much as possible, right? Once you picture the picture and see the picture, you then want to feel the emotion, not what it makes you feel like now that the trauma is taking place, but in that time, in that moment, the trauma has not yet taken place. It's had taken place, but yet it's happening, right? So it's completely different feelings, right? So try to feel what you were feeling in that moment when that specific scenario was taking place, right? Feel everything about it. Once you picture the picture, feel the feeling of what was happening in that moment, what you were feeling in that moment. You then want to come back, still keeping that picture within your mind, still keeping that feeling, right? Feel or try to understand what trauma, what type of trauma has taken place from that traumatic moment, right? What did you learn from that situation that holds you back today? Traumas are usually something that holds us back, not so much so helps us grow, right? So what about it made you feel, the negative feelings, that, or if it taught you some type of negative behavior, whatever it is, how do you feel about it now? The feeling that you feel now about the trauma is where you want to tap into, right? So that you can understand. Then you don't do this all in one sitting, of course, especially when you're doing it for the first time, you won't be able to. So just picturing yourself doing so that's 1, 2, right? Just 3, I'm talking about the third now, right? First you picture, second you feel the emotion, and thirdly you try to figure out how you feel now, right? So then fourth point is you trying to comfort that child, right? You adult now trying to comfort the child within you that felt what it felt, assuring them that whatever was taking place was out of their control and wasn't their fault, right? Hugging that child if that child needs a hug, talking to that child if that child, like literally talking out loud, okay? To that child if that's what that child needs. This is why when you do a hypnotherapist, the therapist sit there and like talks to you, try to comfort you. Like when people break down in hypnotherapy and cry, the counselor is like, you're doing good, push through, whatever happened is not your fault. This is them trying to heal that child within you, but you can do it. What is more effective actually is, instead of someone else doing it for you, you doing it for yourself heals you quicker, okay, than anybody else can help you. Because at the end of the day, it's your trauma, right? Other people can do their best, may help you somewhat, but completely helping it, it's yourself. Completely healing, that's on you, okay? So do whatever it is that child is in need of, right? To get back to help that child understand and feel better, because a lot of the time trauma takes place because the negative feelings stayed with us for so long, maybe forever, till today, right? Because nobody ever told us it was okay. Nobody ever said it's not your fault. So that's what you were trying to do. And it works because your mind doesn't know between the fact that it happened so long ago and it happened now. And in your mind, you don't age, right? You age in your mind in the sense of, oh, I feel old because society told you if you hit 30, 40, you're old, right? That's why you think mentally you're old, but in your subconscious, you don't have an age limit, okay? In your mind, there is no age limit, okay? So when you picture yourself as that 4, 5, 10-year-old and you're telling yourself, okay, your mind can't tell the difference. Your subconscious can't tell the difference between it happened then or it happening now or it's happening now, right? So that's the power of healing. So you can do this yourself. Try it. Now you gotta do it a few times, not just 1 or 2 times. And I know you can do it. So keep trying. Okay, do part 1, visualize. Part 2, feel. Part 3, understand the emotion that you got, that what that traumatic event left you with. Part 4, heal yourself by healing the child that was within you, by understanding that none of it has anything to do with you, okay? Now, there are more in-depth ways in which you can do each stage, okay? And in each stage, you're not going to do it just once or twice. You got to do it for a couple of tries, okay? For a little while until you feel like, okay, now I understand, I accept, I'm healed, right? That you don't feel bad no more when you look back into that. You don't wish anybody within that scenario harm. You actually feel for them and pray for them. That is you healing and moving on, okay? Until you get to that point, you want to keep doing this, okay? And you're not going to do all the stage in one sitting, but you want to get to the point where you can do all the stage in one sitting. That's when you're really pushing towards heal and you're breaking that wall all the way down. Okay? I know you can do it, beautiful people. If you want to talk to me more about it, if you want me to go in depth with you, whether it's one-on-one or in a video, please feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Now, if you got at least one thing from this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up so we can get this out there to as much people as possible that needs healings like all of us do, okay? So, and if you want more content like this, if you like my videos that I put out there about the journey of self-growth, self-development, and self-fulfilling, go ahead and subscribe to this channel because that is all you're going to be getting here because we're all about self-love and self-growth. And thank you so much for being here with me. I love you, beautiful people. Mwah. Bye.